Zoom. So today is September 21st, the day before the fall equinox, but today is World Peace Day. So 9/21/2020. So having chosen one of our love cards from Louise Hay, we have here, I choose peace. So that will be our mantra, our intention for this practice, and we'll head in that direction of peacefulness, just letting go of the day. These days can be pretty challenging lately, so so to do that, we'll just do a short visualization. If you sit in good posture, lift your spine. If you wish to have your hands in a mudra, that's fine. Just choose your favorite one or let your eyes softly close. So as we focus in towards peace today, World Peace Day, use your imagination and see a setting. Just create a setting where there's beauty all around you, whether you're out in the mountains or on a snow peak, snow-capped mountain, or on the beach, in a crystal cave, wherever that would be for you. A place of beauty, calm, and peacefulness. There may be a lake that's very smooth and calm. A river that's flowing gently. Just whatever that place is for you. This is where you come to release after challenges, after a difficult day, after watching the news. This is the way you balance that out as soon as you can after an eventful day or an event. Come to this place and let it all drain out of you and embrace the beauty and the peace. It is within you. Sometimes it gets buried a little bit underneath the environmental chaos, but let yourself be in that place just for a couple more breaths. And then transition into focus on your breath. feeling it, observing it. Notice how it's regulated, your pattern, pace. Allow your nervous system to unwind. Just imagine taking all those kinks out, like taking feathers off your shoulders or lint, just picking it off and throwing it away. And then notice your physical body, just what's happening sensation wise. And we'll attune to breath, bringing in more peacefulness. Just draw your palms into Anjali Mudra. And we'll just breathe arms overhead. Open out. Exhale, clearing your aura, opening your heart, moving with your breath. Just take your time. Relax. And one more round, moving with the breath. And then just relaxing your hands. And just bring them out in front of you and slide your hands forward. Hinge forward in your hips to see how they feel. And then lift back up and bring your arms around to the back. Fingertips, palms, hands either direction, whatever is comfortable, but we're just going to lift our chin, our throat chakra, our chest with our high heart chakra, our sternum with our anahata chakra, the ribs, navel. Draw your shoulder blades closer together. Pull them down as you lift in the front of your body. And then come back to center. So sitting in easy pose or half lotus, just bring your right hand over onto your left knee and open your torso to the side, bringing your hand behind you, your left hand further around, but take in your breath as you face that knee and exhale. Use your arms to pull you in to your twist. Allow the spine to twist, wring out any tension. And then slowly return, facing front. And just lean back, stretch out your legs for a moment. And then bend your knees. We're going to work on our abs a little before we twist to the other side, just bringing in some more heat. So just breathing arms forward, fingertips pressing forward. Just give them some wiggles to bring in some energy down into your hands and fingertips. Breathe and lift up tall. Exhale, lean back with a straight spine. So take your head with you, activate your core muscles, and inhale, reach forward. Exhale, pull back. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, pull back. And this time, just bring your toes onto the mat, still reaching forward, the straight spine. And then just lift your feet, coming into parallel to the floor, into half boat. And then bring your feet down and reach forward again. Exhale and pull back. Draw your navel against your spine, at least that picture, and lift your toes, lift your feet. Now optional, you can hold here parallel to the floor with your shins, or you can lift all the way up into the boat. If you want to give yourself some challenge, lift your arms up overhead. Don't fall over. And then bend your knees and reach forward. Now separate your feet about the width of your hips and roll your hips under, roll your back, one vertebra at a time, down onto the floor. When your head touches, take in a breath. Exhale, lift your chin towards your chest and roll back up one little piece at a time. Lift. And one more time. Breathe. Exhale, curl your hips under, navel to spine, and roll down one little piece at a time. Let your whole back touch the floor, one vertebra at a time. Take in your breath. Exhale, lift your chin and roll back up. And then, however you had your feet for the first twist, we're going to reverse them. Bring the other leg in. So bring your Left hand onto your right knee, and your right arm around behind you is already there. So just press into the mat. Take in your breath. Exhale. Arms drawing you into your twist. Shoulder blades down. Nice deep breaths. All right, and then just return front and center. So one of the exercises that's really nice for the back is the stretch where you're facing one knee and leaning forward. It gets the side of your waist down into your sacrum, sacroiliac joint. So just press your sitting bones down, curl forward. Now press down on your legs, lift your crown. We're going to switch our feet again. And we'll stretch to each knee from this side. So just coming over your right knee, come down, away from that hip. Press the sitting bone down and lengthen in your spine. Notice also if there's any tension or pain. If there is a twinge, just breathe and direct your breath into that area where you feel the sensation. Using your pranayama for healing, relaxing your body. Now press down on your legs and hips and lift your torso back up. And we'll come in and work on our psoas muscles. The one, especially where we have one knee bent and the other one is straight, and we lift the one leg. So be sure to bring your hands underneath your hips. Relax down. I'm going to suggest bending your left knee, extending your right leg, flex your foot, rotate the leg out to the side so your toes go out to the right. Slide your heel to the right 3 or 4 inches, and then lift only as high as your left knee. And exhale it down, and do 8 or 10 of these, your own pace. Okay, and I'm going to suggest that you bring that right knee in towards your chest, holding your knee and your shin with your hands. Let your back press into the floor. Now take your arms out from your shoulders. We'll come into a knee down twist while we're here. And just roll to your left. You can lift your hips and come over more onto your left hip. And just relax your body over to the side. Remember to turn your head, and shoulders are pressing down into the mat. Now, optional is to stretch that right leg so your toes come up to your left hand. Flex the foot. It's a marvelous stretch on the back of that leg. Now, you can either lift that leg with the straight knee, or you're welcome to bend it if you feel so inclined. But roll the sacrum back down onto the floor and bend your right knee, stretch out your left, and bring your palms once again under your hips to support your low back. Left foot flexes, rotate out to the left, slide over, and start your lifts. Inhale it up, exhale it down. And then take your arms out to the side, palms down. Bend your left knee and just press down on your right foot and come over more onto your right hip. And then just take your left knee over to the side, head going to the left, knees go to the right. Shoulders press into the mat. And once again, optional. You can stretch that left leg out. Hold on to your big toe. Flex the foot and press into a wonderful stretch for that leg all the way up into your hip. Relax your shoulders down and your jaw. Are you feeling peaceful yet? Nice and relaxed? Now to come back, roll your sacrum down onto the floor. Leg can be straight or bent, your choice. And then bend your knee. Bring it in towards your chest. Now bring both knees in. And then lift your legs up in the air. And then circle around in your ankles. Just loosen them up. Ankles represent support in your life. And then flex and point, flex and point, flex and point. And then just bend your knees, draw them towards your face, and then kick forward and come up into sitting. and over onto hands and knees. Just remembering that we're using the mantra, I choose peace. So just like little Marshall before, we'll come into our puppy stretch. And then lift back up onto hands and knees. Bring the knees fairly close together and just lift your left knee and reach around and draw your heel in towards your hip. Lift your knee, heel to your hip, get a nice stretch on your thigh. Now straighten that leg out and bring your right arm out and you're in your tiger stretch. And then release, arm and leg down, and we'll switch sides. So just lift your right leg up, reach for it with your left hand, press down with your left foot, and then lift that knee up, bring your heel in towards your hip, lift your knee, and see how it feels compared to the first side. And then stretch that leg out, reach, and bring your left arm forward into tiger. And then bring arm and leg down. Reach for your weights. Put one on each side of your mat. Okay. Turn your toes under. We're going to come into plank pose. Now you're going to take, it'll be your right hand and reach for that weight and bring it over to the side. Then reach for the other one and take that one over. You can actually do this with one weight. And bring that one over. So we'll just go back and forth a few times here. Okay. Now we should be fairly warmed up, so draw your heels down towards the mat. Pull back into your downward facing dog. Stretch those heels down onto the earth. And then just walk your feet in towards your hands, head to knee. How close can you get in? How close to your legs with your torso? Breathe. Exhale and pull in. And then soften your knees. Bring your palms into prayer hands. Lift your torso. You're in chair pose, but take your left leg back into warrior one. And working with some vinyasa, in and out. And then come into your warrior one. And breathe your arms up overhead. Reach. Hip bones point forward. Lift up and see if you can go to the back just a little bit. See how you're doing. And then reach for the floor. Step it in. Bring palms back into prayer hands. Bend your knees. Lift your torso up so you're in chair pose. Taking a breath. Exhale your right leg back into warrior one. And some vinyasa to loosen up in the hip. And then holding your pose, stretch those psoas muscles. Lift your heart, reach your arms overhead. Reach up and back. And then release your hands and just reach for the floor. Step it in and breathe arms up overhead. Palms together. You can overlap one thumb or create Kali Mudra, Kali Mudra. Reach those fingertips up. Engage hips and thighs. And go to the back. A banana shape or a back bend. Lift up. Lengthen. And back. And come up to center. Release your hands. Take your arms out, down, rotate around. Bring them around behind you as high as you can and as close as you can. And then tiny pulses. And count, see how many you can do. You can choose 25, 50, 75, 100, just tiny pulses. So you're pressing in, 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 in. Keep twisting in the shoulder. Relax your neck and jaw. Lift, so you're lifting up and in. Okay, come towards the front end of your mat if you're not already. Soften your knees, take your left leg back into warrior one legs and arms out into arrow. Lean forward into your arrow. Press through the back heel. It's a great stretch. Feel the weight on the front foot. See if you can balance it on both feet. And then bring your palms around to the front. Come to your right for prayer twist in your warrior one legs. Peaceful warrior. And then come back to center, lift, pull back, inhale, step it in. All right. Pause just a moment. And just breathe your palms up overhead. Soften your knees, reach back with your right leg into warrior one. Bring your arms out. Turn your shoulders out. Bring them in. And we'll do our pulses in warrior one pose here. Relax down in your hips. And then bring your arms out, palms forward. Lean forward in your torso, but still a straight line from your crown to your back heel. Arrow pose. And bring your palms in together and go to your left this time for your prayer twist. Peaceful warrior. And then face front. Just pull back, step it in. Beautiful. And release. Find a comfortable space to stand and we'll stretch out these tricep muscles. So bring your right arm up next to your ear. Nice and tall. Bend your elbow. Reach as far down your back as you can. Take your left arm, pull it over to the side. Reach up through your crown. Breathe. Exhale over to stretch that arm and your side. Get a nice side stretch here. Press down in the soles of your feet. Ground into the earth. Lift your crown. Lift your arms and breathe. Exhale your left arm down. Reach. Bring your elbow. If it'll come behind your head, that's the direction you want to go for the benefit of the stretch. And then reach your hand towards the center of your back. Breathe. And exhale over to the side. Now ground into the earth. Press down in your feet and roll back up. And release your arms into a standing twist just to let it all go. Loosen. And then back to center. And come down onto your mat, onto your back for Shavasana. We did some stretches up here, so we'll come back down. We got our twisting, we got our forward fold. So just relaxing down. And remember that peaceful place that you created for yourself in our centering. Take yourself there, once again. Take in a couple of deep breaths, and you can either blow out through your mouth or just exhale through your nose. Every exhale, sink down deeper into that peaceful place, remembering our mantra, our intention, I choose peace. I choose peace. I choose peace. Let everything else go. Right now, there's nothing more important. No expectation, just going down into your own peaceful center. Feel peace. Now, while you're at your most relaxed point in Shavasana, take that vision of beauty and peace that you created for yourself and expand it so that it covers the whole world and everyone in it. What would it look like to have peace everywhere in the world? Beauty, peace. Now remember your peaceful place, what it looks like, what it feels like, and know that you can go there anytime you wish. It's good. We're not avoiding what's here, we're just balancing, staying in the moment here, but having a vision of peace, which is our natural state. So start to come back now more and more. Bringing some wiggles and moves in, stretching and yawning and waking yourself up. Eventually, draw your knees up close. Give them a hug. Then come over to one side and come down into sitting, over into sitting. Bring your hands into your favorite mudra. Whatever mudra represents the most peacefulness for you. The mudra is a seal. It seals in the benefits, the vision, the peace, seals it all in. And then bring your palms into prayer hands. So shine your light, spread your natural peacefulness, even if it's just a smile. And we'll all create peace one person at a time. Namaste, everybody. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for class.
You're welcome.
Thank you for being